Good morning, everybody. Welcome to day 4 of the 30-day tapping challenge. Now, why 30 days? Because after doing something successfully for 30 days in a row, it becomes a habit. And for me personally, I wanted tapping to become a habit that I worked on all the time and that I used as my daily meditation, just to be able to keep my life focused, to continue to peel the layers of the onion, so to speak, to get rid of bad habits, and to really bring my life to the best state possible, physically, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, all those levels. So I'm committed, and I'm so excited that so many of you are joining me on this 30-day challenge. Now, I'm receiving a lot of requests for tapping, and what we're going to tap on today is trusting inner wisdom and staying out of your head. Now, a healing journey or a preventative journey or just any goal that you may have, there's not going to be a straight shot. There's going to be ups and downs, and I want to share this chart with you. So this is a chart of my numbers with the RGCC testing. Now, RGCC is also known as the grease test, where it measures the circulating tumor cells and the breast cancer stem cells in your blood, and then it matches specific supplements against those cells to see which ones work best for you. Now, the reason I'm showing you this chart is because you can see that my pattern was not a straight shot down, right? There was some good points, there was some not so good points where there was some sadness, some frustration, some fear, and I had to really buckle down, get determined, and keep working on it, and I'm so grateful that after 3.5 years, this is where I am. So I share that with you to remind you that a healing journey or any goal that you have is going to require some commitment on your part. And it's so easy to give up, and it's so easy to get discouraged, especially when things don't seem to be going the way you want them to go. And so today we're going to tap on trusting your inner wisdom and staying out of your head. Now remember that tapping allows you to feel safe. It allows you to calm down your nerve system and not be so worried about everything. Good morning, newbies. I'm so glad that you're tapping every day. You can tap as many days as you want, as many times a day that you want to. Good morning, Chris. So great to see you from Virginia Beach. Thank you, everybody. Send me some love. Send me some thumbs up. Let me know that you're enjoying this, because I'm going to keep going for 30 days. Now, so we're going to start by tapping. Now, remember, tapping helps to calm your nerve system down. With the world that we live in, we can have a tendency to feel very stressed because there's so many things happening to us. And go ahead and start tapping, even if we're not talking about anything specific. That's just setting the stage. It's just tuning in your nerve system, letting it know that it needs to pay attention right now. And so the tapping is going to calm that part of your brain called the amygdala that keeps you in the fight or flight mode. It makes you feel like you're being chased by a saber-toothed tiger, right? We don't have tigers or bears chasing us, but we do have the various stressors in our life. And especially if you're on a healing journey and you're faced with a breast cancer diagnosis or any type of dis-ease or family problems or financial problems, whatever it may be, there's issues in your life that may be challenging you right now. And it's so easy to get stuck in our head and get frustrated and give up. So even though I get stuck in my head sometimes and I get so disappointed, I choose to trust my inner wisdom. Even though I get so frustrated sometimes, I want things to go a certain way and they don't go that way, the way I want them to, and I get stuck in my head, I choose to learn and to trust my inner wisdom. Even though in the past I've gotten stuck in my head and it's been very difficult for me to trust my inner wisdom because of all the noise that's inside my brain, I choose to calm down and to learn how to trust my inner wisdom. Take my glasses off. So you can tap with one hand, with two hands, whatever you prefer to do. I like the two because two's better than one in my mind. All right, so inside the eye, right near the eyebrow, all this noise in my head, side of the eye. There's been so much chatter in my head, under the eye. I'm always overthinking things. Under the nose. What if I'm not doing things right? On the chin. What if I'm making a bad decision? I think about all the what ifs. What if I don't get better? Under the armpit. What if my situation doesn't improve? What if I make bad choices? I've been stuck in my head, and my choices have not always been the best. All this chatter in my brain, all this chatter in my head, it keeps me confused and frustrated because I don't seem to be making much traction. I don't seem to be moving forward very well. Under the arm. Getting stuck in my head. I know that my mind can give me some good ideas, but I also know that my head can be very treacherous. My head can fool me because I can rationalize and I can justify when I keep just thinking from my head. But I know that as a human being, under the arm, I have the divine gift of being able to listen to my intuition. And it's challenging to get to that intuition inside the eye because there's so many distractions in this world. So many distractions in this world. All the electronics, all the social media, all the phones beeping, all the emails, all the information coming at me all day long, all the time. There's so much to keep up with. So sometimes I get stuck in my head, just trying to keep up with everything inside the eye. But I'm choosing to do things differently, side of the eye. Because if I keep doing the things I've always done, then I'm going to get the same results. And I'm choosing to get different results. I'm choosing to do things differently. Collarbone. But habits are hard. Habits are emotional and chemical messengers that are stuck in my body on a cellular level. And like Dr. Joe Dispenza says, it's hard to break the habit of being myself. I've done things in certain ways for so long that it's just the way that I've done them. And when I think about changing things and trusting my intuition under the nose, it doesn't feel safe. It feels foreign. It's something unusual. It's something that I haven't trusted completely. Under the arm. So I'm choosing to do things differently. I'm choosing to break the habits that I've hung on to most of my life. I'm choosing to quiet the noise that's around me and to tap into my intuition. Tapping into my intuition requires a change. Tapping into my intuition requires that I quiet the noise in my life. tapping into my intuition and trusting my intuition requires that I do things differently. And part of healing and part of changing your life is all about trusting and feeling safe and doing things differently. Everything we want to change is on the other side of fear and is on the other side of those habits. And by committing to change, by committing to doing things differently, I can have the hope that things will be better and that my intuition and my inner wisdom will guide me to the right choices. Remember to breathe deeply and calmly as you're doing this. And if anything comes up, if an aha moment comes up or something else comes up, a negative emotion or something that you feel is holding you back, write it down and then tap on it. Tapping into my intuition. I know that's part of quieting my life and quieting my mind. And part of essential number 4 in healing my emotional wounds is to learn to take time for myself. It's to learn to nurture myself. It's to learn to heal myself. It's about learning to love myself and forgive myself. Because even though I've been stuck in my head most of my life, and perhaps I've been very hard on myself and very critical, I'm choosing to do things differently. I'm choosing to quiet my life and to take time for myself. I literally put time in my calendar, whether it's 15 minutes or 30 minutes, once a day, twice a day, whatever you choose. I'm putting myself in my calendar and in my list of to-dos because I am choosing to do things differently and to tap into my inner wisdom. My inner wisdom will guide me to make the right choices. My inner wisdom will show me the way. And once I quiet down the monkey brain and the chatter brain and all the outside noise that infiltrates my life, and I get quiet and I get centered, I know the answers will come. There is always a way to figure things out. As Marie Forleo says, everything is figure-outable. There's always a solution. There is always a way. So I'm learning to quiet my mind, my head, and trusting in my inner wisdom. And feeling the peace instead of panic. I am choosing peace, personal peace, over panic and over rushing around all the time. I'm choosing personal peace versus panic and all the rushing around, the hamster in the wheel syndrome, because I'm choosing to do things differently for myself and for my life. I'm choosing to do things differently for myself and for my life. I'm trusting in my inner wisdom. I'm quieting my head, the chatter. Keep tapping on the top of your head. That's the main governing vessel where all the acupuncture meridians come together and crisscross. from the back to the front. So I'm choosing personal peace over panic. And I'm choosing to do things differently this year. And when I trust my inner wisdom, I know that I can be guided to feel safe and to make the right decisions. So take a deep breath. Now just recognize where you are. You know, perhaps when you started the tapping, maybe you were feeling a little anxious, maybe you were at an 8, 9, or a 10, but now that number's come down to a 4, 5, perhaps. Whatever that number is, notice what it is. And if you're not down to a 2, then keep tapping. Watch this video over and over and keep doing the tapping. Good to see you, Christine, Sandra. Good morning, everybody. So enjoy your Saturday. Take time for yourself. Do something loving for yourself. Give yourself the gift of a hug, of a meditation, of a nice walk outside, reading a good book, something to build you up and to make you feel good. So trust your intuition and calm down that monkey brain that's in your head. So this is Dr. V sending you a big healing heart hug. Mwah. Bye for now. Oh, and just as an FYI, please share this with everybody, because the more people start tapping, the more they're going to see benefits in their life and in their healing journey. So go ahead and keep sharing. You're welcome, newbies. You're very welcome. Bye for now.